Hey, I'm Alex Radcliffe from Board Game Co., and these are the 10 games on BoardGameArena that I most want to learn and play. This is a series of 3 videos I'm doing. I'm doing 15 games from 2023 that I still haven't played and really want to. I'm doing 10 games from my unplayed games from my collection that I really want to table the most, and then I'm doing these 10 games on BoardGameArena. That's 35 games total, and at the end of the year, I'll be doing a recap video of how many of those 35 I actually got to. I'm aiming for 30. I think 35 is too unachievable. There's gonna be some that slips through the cracks. I mean, there's like 3 games a month. That's a lot of games to commit to on top of everything else I'm already doing. Either way, we'll do a recap at the end of the year and see where I got to. But this video is a little different than the other videos because of the fact that these games are on BoardGameArena, which means I have an opportunity to do something a little different than I do with the other games. For these games, for these 10 games over here, and you can jump using the timestamps to the games if you want. Alternatively, if you want to know what I'm doing over here, for these 10 games, I get to play them with you. Hopefully, some of you at least. Not all of you, but some of you, if you want to play. What I'm going to be doing is for each of these games, I'm going to go ahead and comment the name of the game. I'm going to comment name 1, name 2, name 3, etc. down below this video. And if you want to play that game, comment with your BoardGameArena username, if you have one, as well as if you are able to teach the game, comment if you are able to teach it, because when possible, I will be selecting at least one person who can teach the game. If nobody comments who can teach it and just people who want to play it, I'll commit to learning the game myself and make sure it gets tabled. But effectively, for each of these games, I'll be choosing randomly, or maybe first come first. I'll just be choosing. No guarantees. I'll be choosing people to go ahead and try to table these games. And if you're like, Alex, aren't you just leveraging your position as a YouTuber to get someone to teach you games for free? Yes. Yes, absolutely. That's 100% what I'm doing. That's not. Yeah. Anyways, moving on to these 10 games. And just to give an example, one more caveat I should mention, is I will be trying to use optimal player count as when I can, where I can. So for example, using Darwin's Journey as an example, which is not one of the games on this list, but yes, I will happily play Darwin's Journey if you want to add. I'll comment Darwin's Journey down below as well. Darwin's Journey, for example, is a game that is best with 3. So I'll be picking 2 other people to play the game. I do like playing games at their optimal player count when able. If it's best with 3 to 4, I'll choose up to 4 if there's enough interest in people playing it. Anyways, with that said, let's go ahead and start with our number 10 over here. Our number 10 is Daybreak, a game that I have no personal interest in the actual game, except for the fact that it's from Matt Leacock, who I am interested because of that, and it's generally well rated. So those things have me interested, so I'm interested in Daybreak because of those things, but not because of any other reason. The art doesn't appeal to me, the theme didn't work for me, but it is well rated enough and coming from a designer that I'm like, sure, I should try it. I should try Daybreak. Why not? Let's try Daybreak. My number 9 over here is Mexica. I should note, I probably should have said this at the beginning, but this is not going to be in-depth reviews of these games. This is literally me just telling you why I want to play these games to whatever loose sense I can. Coming in next is Mexica. I'm realizing my screen is so widely cut off. Give me a second to fix this over here, to just adjust my screen a drop and make it so that you can actually see the games because I sized this for something else. There we go, it's a little better. Okay, Mexica, coming in number 9 over here is Mexica. Mexica is a game that I own the physical game. In fact, many of these I do own the physical game. Daybreak I don't. I'd say about 3 or 4 of these I don't own. But Mexica is one that I've had for a long time. I would love to learn to table it. It's supposed to be a pretty easy game to table, so if I get to play it with you, that would be great. Coming in at number 8, we have Maracaibo. Designed by Alexander Pfister. I've been very interested in this game. Despite the fact that Great Western Trail was only ever a game I liked, it's a very well-loved game, I just only like it. This is one that I'm much more interested in. I couldn't tell you why. Something about the nature of the game, the campaign aspect, there's a campaign aspect if you want to dive into that, although I probably don't need more campaigns. But it looks like the kind of game that I enjoy. It doesn't seem like it's overly long. It doesn't seem like it's overcomplicated, he says, as he looks at the complexity rating of 4 out of 5 on the screen. It is what it is. This is one that I am interested in. There's also Pirates of Maracaibo, there's an expansion, there's a lot of content for this game, but I do have this one and still am trying to table it. Coming in at number 7, we have Federation. Now, Federation is one where I'm possibly cheating a little bit because I have sort of played this game. It's the only one on this list that actually it's not true, it's 2. There's 2 of these games that I've played, but I have reasons and caveats for this. Federation is one that I played it on BoardGameArena, but I only loosely understood what I was doing. That's not the fault of the person I played it with. He actually put together a nice little video of how to play. I didn't properly learn. I skimmed the video. So this is one that I want to properly table. Now they have a slightly better understanding. I don't really know the rules. I know how to do things in this game. I don't know how to score in this game. So I know how to take actions. I played through an entire game, but I kind of kind of need to actually learn and play this one. So that's going to be my number 7 over here. Number 6 is St. Petersburg. St. Petersburg, I still have this in my collection. I've tried getting rid of it a few times, but every time I do, people say, no, it's a great game, you should play it. So I keep holding on to it so that I can play it. Maybe on BoardGameArena will be the time we actually get to play it. It's an older game. They have a second. I have the second edition, I believe. It's been around for quite some time. BGA says it's a 14-minute playtime, which makes it very, very achievable, at least on BoardGameArena, but this is definitely one that's on my interest list. Coming in at number 5, we have Orleans. Orleans is one that I have played. I've played the original version of this way back when. I am interested in playing this one. Actually, I wonder, what do they have down here on the sideboard? Do they have expansions? Do they have expansions? They don't really have expansions, so this is definitely cheating for me, because there's no reason at all. Like, Federation I've played, but I don't even know how to play. Orleans I played like 6 years ago, a long time ago. Like when it first came out, I want to say I played it, but I have expansions that I need to play, and so I need to relearn the base game. So this is a relearning as opposed to a learning, but you pull things from a bag, you put them on the board, you try to score points. That's basically 95% of the game, right? Coming in at number 4, we have Anachrony, a game that I always love Anachrony as a story, because this was one that I learned so that I could play it at with my local game group, and then we didn't play it because everything shut down for COVID. Like, this was in 2019, I learned how to play Anachrony, I read the rules, I was fully prepped to go, and then everything shut down, and I was like, okay, I'll just wait 2 months. Or not 2 months, I was like, I'll wait 2 weeks. I didn't think it was going to be months and months and months of people not really, like, my game group never really went back to the way it was after COVID. It's changed, it's evolved, I still play games with people all the time, but it certainly has changed. But Anachrony is one that I specifically learned so that I could play it, and then things shut down and I never played it. So, yeah, I'd love to play this one, my number 4. My number 3 is Rallyman Dirt. Rallyman Dirt, a game that I got halfway through the rulebook before people showed up and we played something else instead, but it's one that I would love to table. I know half the rules. In case you want me to teach it, I can easily learn the other half of the rules. This is one that I'm interested in. I've heard good things about Rallyman and Rallyman Dirt. I do want to try Rallyman GT as well, but Rallyman Dirt is the one that I want to try more, so that's why we're including this one over here. Coming in at number 2, we have Teotihuacan, City of the Gods. This is definitely one I want to play. It's supposed to be an incredibly well-rated Euro game. It's Daniel Tassini, part of the T series, possibly the best rated. I'd have to double check which one's the best rated. But there's Teotihuacan, there's Tekenu, there's Tile Tomb. I think I have all of those. I have a lot of the T series that I never actually played, and Teotihuacan is very much on my list of games that I probably should be tabling. But I mean, I got all these Euro games that I constantly play, from like the new ones that come out, and this 2018 classic that's incredibly well loved I have not tabled, which is why it's as high as it is over here. And then coming in at number 1, the one I want to most play above all others is A Guest for Robin Hood, A Guest of Robin Hood. This is part of the what's it called, the coin series from GMT, but this is one that is really grown incredibly high in the rankings. So this looks like it's 2 players only. I didn't even realize that, but I know Rodney Smith has not been shy about how much he likes it. I know everyone on BGG has not been shy about how much they like this game. So the idea of a coin series that almost seems to have transcended the coin audience, that has me very intrigued. Like, there's a lot of games in the coin series. I've never played any of them, at least I don't think so. I know Root is often considered coin adjacent in its gameplay, but this game, I guess, Robin Hood, definitely very high on my list of games I would love to table or play on BGA instead of tabling it. And also one of the few that I don't actually own. I think I don't own this one, and I don't own Daybreak. My first and my last picks are the only 2 I don't actually own. That's because Guest of Robin Hood's hard to get your hands on, is out of stock when I last checked. I do plan on picking up eventually. Daybreak, I kind of need to play it first and see. Guest of Robin Hood, even though I might try to play it first, is one that I was certainly willing to pick up if I could. Anyways, that is basically it. These are the 10 games on BoardGameArena that I most want to learn and play from all the unplayed. I play a lot of games on BoardGameArena, but they usually are games that I know and enjoy already. It's a little bit rare that I use it to dive into games, but these are the 10 that I would love to table. So comment down below underneath those various games, and hopefully I'll be playing with a whole bunch of you shortly. Until next time, I'm Alex Radcliffe from BoardGameCo, and as always, I hope you have a good one.